Today we're talking with Carol and Mike Church, who joined Real Broker a few months ago, and they'll be giving us their full review of what it's like being an agent at this company, both the good and the bad. And I'll be honest, they did run into some challenges the first few days and weeks in the company, and I think it is important for us to acknowledge those challenges and really explore them, which is what we do in this conversation. Now, Carol and Mike are also a domestic team, which I think gives them a unique perspective of the company, and they're also some of the nicest folks you are ever going to meet in your life. And I do have all their contact information down in the description below this video if you wanted to reach out to them personally and have a conversation with them about what it's like being an agent here. So without any further ado, let's jump into our conversation with Carol and Mike Church. All right, guys, so can you start off by talking a little bit about who you are, how long you guys have been in real estate, what state you were in, just a little bit about what your business looks like right now.
I'm Carol, and this is Mike. We're a married husband and wife team, and we moved to Real a couple months ago from a Keller Williams brokerage. And we have been in real estate about 3 years now. And I wished I had gotten into real estate a long time ago. I love it. It's a perfect fit for me.
Yeah.
We serve the upstate of South Carolina, and I have lived and grown up in this area for most of my life. So it's very familiar with me. It's fun seeing all the, downtown Greenville grow. And it's just drawing in families that want to come move here from all over.
Oh, great. So, and what's your lead generation look like? Where do you guys get most of your business from?
We started out with Keller Williams. So obviously we did the lead generation the way Keller Williams said we were supposed to. And we spent a lot of money and didn't have much success until I think Carol found a lady on YouTube about real estate. So we started doing YouTube, and now that's all we do is YouTube.
Right.
I don't make any we don't do any cold calling, any, mailers or postcards or nothing. It's YouTube, and then they're calling us.
Yes. I would say at least one a week.
At least. Sometimes it's more than that, but yeah. And most of the time when they do call us, the first thing it says would feel like I've already known you, and they're ready to work with us.
Yeah. They've been binge watched all of our YouTube videos, so they feel like they know us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I've got a very similar story, very similar experiences as well. I tried doing cold calling and door knocking and open houses, and I was miserable doing all that stuff. And same thing, I do a lot of YouTube lead generation, and it makes my life just a lot easier. So when you guys first came over to Real, you actually ran into some challenges. And I remember the very first day you came in, you had a contract that you wanted to write like that day, and you're trying to get up to speed on everything, get all the paperwork together, and you had some challenges. Can you guys kind of talk a little bit about that? What the hurdles were, how you overcame it, and even if it's still a challenge for you or not.
Well, right now we've got all the the software, the SkySlope and the Chime, and that downloaded. The problem was that the state forms for the state of South Carolina were not loaded in SkySlope. So that was a big thing, because we couldn't find the forms. So we'd have to go back over. I had to go into Zip Forms, log into that, download the documents, fill it out, bring it over into SkySlope, upload it in order to send it out. And then once they come back, of course, I got to load on the desktop, load it back into Zip Form to separate it. And then it was just, it still is a hassle, but I'm told that they're working on that, and it should be done by the end of the year. So I really got my hopes up.
Yes.
It'll be a lot smoother process.
Yes, I think it will.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess the next thing about challenges was my last name is Church. So I guess whoever Polly or whatever the company that handles our payments, our paychecks, they thought I was a physical actual church, and they wouldn't set me up as, so I couldn't get paid.
Yeah, we had to jump through some hoops.
So that was a challenge.
Yeah.
But our broker, April, she came to the rescue, and she really pushed it, and they got it straightened out for us. So it's a shout out to our broker. She's awesome.
She is.
Good. Yeah, like I was saying beforehand, one thing I love about the model here is that the broker is not focused on building his business and managing an office and firing and hiring people. Their whole
Right.
role is just compliance and supporting the agents. That's
Yeah.
all they do. And because of that, I think that the support that we get from our broker is much higher. I never talked to my broker at my last company. He
Yeah.
used to barely ever come into the office. He'd always try to delegate everything. So I like that I can have that open line of communication with my broker.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. You can just send a text or yeah. I mean, the other day I texted her, "Can I call you?" And boom, she calls me. And it's
Perfect.
just yeah. It's a lot different.
Yes.
One thing I want to talk to you guys about is that you are a team at Real, and you're a domestic team. Can you talk to us a
Yeah.
little bit about that, kind of what that looks like at Real?
Well, it's her fault. She got me into it.
It's all good.
But it's good. It really
Yeah.
is. I don't know if it's. I mean, I like working for this boss. She's pretty cool, but
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
we have our roles.
Yeah.
I do the video, YouTube making, all that, editing, and he does all the paperwork
Like paperwork
that
and stuff,
I don't
and
like that.
I'll run the
stuff.
comps and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We
Good.
work together real good. So
Yeah, we do. And we're on the road a lot.
yeah.
And people I think they're looking for husband and wife teams. That's what we've heard,
Yeah.
that we kind of bounce off each other well. And
Yeah. It just works good.
yeah.
And so you guys have one cap between the two of you, is that right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
So it's
12
all
ounce
actually
cap.
coming through me. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can't even imagine if somebody would try to charge you two different caps. I'm
Mm,
sure
We
there
wouldn't
are
be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be the same as Keller Williams by the time you add both of them up,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I
And
do like
we're
that they
looking
have
forward to
domestic.
tapping again.
Yeah. And so what about let's get kind of your feedback on some different aspects of Real. What do you think of the technology that they have here? So you got Workplace, Guy Slope, the app that they give you. How would you rate the technology that you get with Real?
Well, right now, I mean, seemed like in just a short amount of time that we've been with Real, we've had several, so I really haven't really adjusted a lot. I do like I'm the working on the sky slope and the forms and the Workplace. I'm not used to using. It looks like a Facebook app, really,
Yeah.
and I just don't do Facebook. I used to, and I got off of it. It was just
Too
a lot of
time-consuming.
wasted
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
I just don't do it.
Yeah.
So having to get back to that, because April tells us, well, if you just put it out, if I ask a question, put it out on the Workplace and see what, so I'm gradually working on that. But yeah, it's your
I
head
don't
keeps
know
disappearing.
what's going on in
Where
my
are you going,
head.
Carol?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah, we're working on our
Gosh.
stealth mode here,
Yeah.
just in case, an interview goes
Oh,
bad, we can kind of
Lord.
disappear and
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
It's a magic trick.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I actually like Workplace, but because you're right with Facebook, it can suck hours of your life away on
Yeah.
Facebook. And so Facebook actually created Workplace to just be business focused. And
Yeah.
so yeah, you can go on there, you can ask questions, and you don't have to get distracted by grandkids' pictures and football or whatever else you
Right.
come across on
Yeah.
Facebook.
I
It's
like
just
it.
business oriented. Yeah.
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 So
I check on it as much as I can. Now I will say the referral thing, I don't go on there very much and check on those because if they're not relative to me, I don't
Right.
want to spend my time,
Yeah.
looking at them.
yeah, I mean, we get, and that the problem
Sorry.
is, they they're all over. So
Yeah.
we'll get a referral from, New York or, California. And I said, well,
Yeah, I'm not going to click on that.
I don't know if you can just narrow it down to just the state.
Yeah,
by
that would be
state.
nice.
That would be
Yeah.
nice if they could
Yeah.
fix that.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I actually do like that idea. And what about the app? How do you guys like the app so far? Or actually, we just got a new app. How do you like the
Yeah.
newer version of the
We
app so
like it.
far?
Yeah, it's they've made some changes, which it looks good. I just got to get used to using it.
Yeah.
But we do have I have it, and once they get it straightened out, I think I like the commission thing where you can actually go in and verify and make sure
Yes.
it's
Yes.
correct,
Yeah.
so for sure.
Right.
You're not leaving it up to somebody else in an office somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the office, the Keller Williams, it took us forever to find
Oh.
out any numbers. And,
Yeah,
here we've got it right on our phone.
And they
Very
say, well,
easy.
yeah, just go to command, which is what Keller Williams used. But like you said, I mean, you've got to scroll page after page after page and subpage and subpage and just to find some numbers, where on the app, it pulls it right up and shows you your production, your
Yeah.
cap, and everything. It's very nice. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite feature is just the transparency and all that data that they give you. So you're
Yeah.
right. When I was at KW, I'd have to email my team leader and ask her, hey, how much left do I have on my cap
Yeah.
company? I had to wait for her to get back to me. But now, like, that's literally right here on my phone. And
Yeah.
every
Yes.
single transaction, it shows me exactly how much is going to my cap, what percentage of my cap I have left.
Yeah.
For me personally, that's my favorite part. It's just the transparency on those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like seeing that and how available it is, because it's, well, like you said, it's just the rest of it is so hard to find sometimes. I mean,
Mhm.
even when we get our, our check from Keller Williams, and you just see how many things they're taking out,
Right.
and they call it something else.
Technology
But
fee,
it's,
franchise fee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Royalties to Keller Williams International. I mean, why was I paying royalties to?
Yeah.
Anyway, we just like it here a lot better. It's a lot easier.
Yeah. And also stock
Stock
in the
is
company.
really
Yeah.
big, because I was,
That's great.
yeah,
Have
I'm
you guys-
really excited about that.
Have you
We
bought any
signed up for
additional
that.
stock?
Yeah, well, no, I'm getting it right now. We're getting just from our commission. We're
Mhm.
getting, we checked on that, but once we get a little bit more firmly settled financially, then I'm going to start adding in a little bit more to as far as more stock.
Mhm.
Because I think that would be a very good investment.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think cloud brokerages are absolutely the future of the industry.
Yes.
And I love that we're getting in
Yes.
early on this. And so, yeah, so they have an optional stock purchase program. And so you guys signed up for that, right? So you get
Yes,
up
we
to,
did.
Yes.
yeah, so you get up to 25% free stock before you cap. After you cap, you get up to 50% free stock that you purchase directly
Yeah.
out of your commission.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I'm looking forward to.
the very first check we got, you look down there and see how much we got in stock. And it was just, that's kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the training here? How do you guys feel about the training yet? Have you had time to kind of dive into some of the training videos or the weekly live masterminds?
we haven't done a lot of that. We're just still, we've got several clients that we're working with now, and deals still going through Keller Williams that we're trying to get,
Mhm.
completed.
Right.
So, I mean, I've done some of the video,
Mhm.
and it looks like it's going to be good. I just need to find the time to actually do one and
Right.
do them and
Yeah. Yeah. Make time.
yeah, it just seemed like there's a lot,
Mhm.
going on, and it just,
It's
kinda-
all good though.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. We're helping a family move here from California,
Oh yeah,
sight unseen. He bought a horse farm.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We did a FaceTime video, and yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it. And he put an offer on it,
Yeah.
and it's gotten accepted. So
It's
Oh, that's
really-
great. Good.
sight unseen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an exciting one. And so a little bit before this, you were telling me that one of your clients signed up to be a real agent and put you down as a sponsor to join your download
Yes.
without you knowing about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until I got a notification on the phone and said, "This is from Real," and it named him, and I said, "Wow, okay."
Yeah. We need to call him and thank him, right?
Yeah, well, he's coming in next week,
Okay.
to look, because
Okay.
he lives in Arizona, but they're wanting to move over.
Right.
So they're flying in, and we're going to meet them Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay. Cool.
Wow, that's
So-
perfect. I mean, that's the kind of, that's how easy it is to kind of attract people to the company. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys really epitomize the core values of the company, and people see that and they want to work with people like you.
Yeah. We're the real deal.
Yeah. Well, they tell us, we've had some of them saying, "Gee, you guys are almost famous."
Yeah.
And we just laugh. It's, no, we're not. We're
We
just
don't.
normal.
Yeah.
You know,
It's normal.
and
That's the
That's
power
what
of
we try to
people right
be
there.
is just, we're just normal, real
people.
Real people.
real people. We're
Yeah.
not putting on a facade, and, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
So when we start our videos, we're just going to be real and honest and upfront.
Mhm.
It's not going to be all about us and look what I can do. And this is,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not us. We don't do that. So
Right.
That's great. Well, that's a good segue into what do you think about the culture at Real? How's your experience been talking with other agents, talking with your broker, and just the culture overall?
I like it. It really, yeah, I
Mhm.
like it a lot.
Yeah. Our broker is super helpful.
Yes.
If we have any questions or concerns, we can reach out to her anytime and she'll get right back with
Yeah.
us.
And she does.
Yeah.
She doesn't, it's
Yeah.
not the next day or day after. And then, you get an email or something.
Yeah.
If she's got a free moment right then, she'll call you or text you, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and answer.
Yeah. And I feel like the whole culture is there to help us, that everybody's on our side, we're not backbiting each other or anything like that. So yeah, I feel comfortable with it, with everything. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the culture here as well. I remember when I was a new agent, there was somebody in my office who was crushing it with Facebook ads. And I remember I went up to him and I asked him, like, hey man, I'm a new agent. Can you kind of help me out with Facebook ads? And he said he wouldn't do it because we're in the same city and I'd just be competing with him. So by masterminding with other agents all across the country and all across your state, people are much more willing to share. And because we all own stock in the company, we want everybody to succeed.
Yeah, because it's going to help you.
Yeah.
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 We want this thing to explode and kind of share and spread this message.
Yeah.
I think because of that, it really incentivizes that positive culture that you really want.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can appreciate that.
And so what would you, on a kind of an ending note, what would you say is like your favorite part of Real so far? Out of all the different aspects of it, what's your favorite part? The fees, the commission split?
Lack of fees is good.
Lack of fees?
Lack of fees is really good.
Yeah.
The cap is really good. I mean,
Yeah.
even if we don't cap, I'm still getting more per check than I ever would from Keller Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting the whole time during the pandemic, the lockdown, we were paying office fees and never once went into the office.
Right.
And that just really burned me up. I don't like paying for something I can't,
You're not using.
justify or
Yeah.
use. Right. So yeah, we were paying office fees and copier fees. And I mean, just really just
Yeah.
kind of,
We
they were just
like
making stuff up, seemed to me like anyway, but
the real fees seem very doable for us.
yeah,
As far as capping and
yeah,
everything.
realistic,
Yes.
That's good.
a lot more realistic.
Yes.
All right. So if anybody had some questions about Real and they want to talk to you guys, to talk to you in person about the company, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Oh, you can
Call,
text,
We
email.
answer our
Yeah, we
phones.
answer our phones. We actually had a client surprised when she wasn't a client, damn it, she is now.
Mhm.
Contacted us and wanted to talk, and then boom, we called her up. Said, hey, you guys answer the phone. I said, well, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
If you're interested in joining Real Broker and you don't have a sponsor into the company yet, feel free to put Carol and Mike Church down when you sign your ICA and you'll officially have them in your upline. Because uplines go 5 levels deep and I'm in their upline, by putting them down, you actually get them and myself in your upline, and all of us will have a vested interest in your success at Real Broker. Or if you'd like to contact any of us or even schedule a Zoom call to explore Real Broker a little bit more, I'll have all of our contact information down in the description below. Or you can click right here to watch some more review videos about Real Broker. Once again, feel free to reach out to Carol, Mike Church, or myself for more information on this company or to answer any of your questions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you over in the next video.